All right, Tyler, let's take a look at your paper. MLA format first. You're missing your last name page number up here. These seem to be extra big. No, maybe they're not. They seem to be extra big, but maybe not. You got an extra space right here, though, that you can eliminate. So this is good. Not the strongest, uh, most creative title there. All right, for your introduction, you got a tab issue right off the bat, so move that. You start off right with the idea of if you want to feel exceptional and get what you want, then follow this guide. I don't know what get what you want is, but you need to set this up way better. Obviously, this is a really short paragraph, Tyler. So maybe use a quote from a famous lifter. Talk about how much hard work it takes to be a lifter, but that hard work is going to not only make you feel good, it's also going to make you rich and famous, because that's what the paper is about. And being rich and famous and healthy is the best combination ever. And then get into your main points of your paper, which you don't talk about your main points at all in here. Oh, I'm sorry, you do. You need to change your diet and make a plan, working out, winning competitions, and then you soon become famous. So you do have your main points there, sorry. Eating healthy and budgeting your money will take you far places. Not sure what that means. But this is not a thesis statement. This should be your thesis statement. What do all of these main points or all these topics have in common? What's driving them together? I'm assuming it's going to really, I would think for bodybuilding, your biggest thing is like pushing yourself. I feel like that's going to be one of the biggest themes. So maybe make that part of your thesis statement. But you really need a much stronger introduction into this topic and a nice little flow into your paper. So the first thing you need to do is start eating healthy. But be specific with your topic sentence. You'll need to start eating healthy, so what will happen? Okay? Now, one of my biggest gripes, which I harped on you guys a lot about, is your in-text citation. You don't have any in-text citation, and in fact, your only works cited entry is just a website. And it's even probably not the greatest, most reliable website ever. So you're way short on space here. You need to be at least 3 pages. And you can, one thing that I will, just reading the first body paragraph, Tyler, that you need to do is to really elongate your sentences. Look at how many, it's not bad up until here, but look how short the rest of these sentences are. They're really short. You literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences in 2.5, not even 2.5 lines, basically 2 lines. So you really need to elongate some of these sentences, and I'll show you some places you can do that. All right, so you need to start eating healthy, and this is where you can have a good voice. You say eliminate junk food, okay? So talk about, put down the M&Ms, put down the, Big Macs and so on and so forth. Talk about what they need to be put down, and here are the things that you need to start putting into your body. Yeah, you need to start putting in whey protein shakes, which you do a really good job of explaining whey protein shakes. This obviously needs a citation, because I know you didn't know this right off the bat. So you need some citation here. And then start putting in greens. So you should only be eating these vegetables. You should be eliminating, you say, do not use any oils or butter. What does it mean, all natural foods? Explain that concept. Okay. How many calories should I eat a day? How often should I eat? What should I have before I go to bed? Remember, this is a step-by-step process. So you got to tell me exactly what I need to do, right? So keep doing that. And then once your diet is on track, here's your transition statement. Once your diet is on track, now you can start your workout regime or routine. Sorry. So you need a strong transition there. All right. What I think you can do is really combine these 2 paragraphs, because really the next thing is about working out. Okay. When to work out and how long. But again, strong topic sentence. A strong workout plan will allow you to ... What's it going to allow you to do? Or think about your theme. Once you develop a theme, a strong workout plan is going to give you the necessary tools to ... Okay, so it's interesting that your first thing is buying a calendar. Why can't you just do it on a piece of paper, or I don't know? use Google Calendar. There you go. You don't need to buy a calendar, Tyler. Just use Google Calendar. Okay. Buying a calendar would be helpful. Marking every day of the week what body part you're going to work on and how long. Try to balance it out so you can establish even muscle groups. So give me an idea of a balanced calendar. Do you work on tris and legs one day, back and biceps the other day, chest and hips, whatever. Try to balance it out a little bit more, or talk about exactly what you're going to do. Now, if you're again telling me that you're an expert and these are the steps to be bodybuilding, I want to see some specific things. Here's a couple things that you can do right off the bat to whatever. How many reps and how many sets of things do you need? That kind of stuff. Budgeting money can help you become more organized and buy some fitness clothing and a gym membership. Now, I would argue that most professional bodybuilders have a gym membership. They don't have their own at-home, facility, because then you get into, having that workout facility at home. But then next step is apply to a gym. So why do I need this at home when I'm just going to apply to a gym? So I think that's problematic. And again, this next paragraph is all about working out too, because you work out at least 2 hours a day. So spell out 2 there, Tyler. Having a partner is not a bad idea, but again, you're the expert. You need a partner that's going to push you. Make sure you have someone that's about the same size as you and about the same strength as you, because you say make sure they're as committed as you. Once you start, you can't stop. Devote your life to it, and you'll succeed and become famous. Competitions are a way to make money and become famous at the same time. So there's a nice transition statement, which is good. But most of the stuff is just about working out. So I would combine these 2 paragraphs. But again, there's lots of ideas that you can add in here to make this step a lot longer. All right. Apply to competitions. Now, before you do that, should we take since this is a pretty specialized area, should we take some classes on how to pose? Because that would be a good outside source, Tyler. Probably something you don't really know, but I bet you could find some good information on how to pose for competitions. I don't know, something you can do. So no comma here. Competitions entail you wearing a Speedo, and people will judge how you look and how you pose. You weigh in and will be put with others your weight, so be specific there. You weigh in and others in your weight category. They have this is a funny line. Everyone's with steroids. So why do you bring that up? Like, you haven't told me to take steroids yet in this thing, so I'm assuming I want the natural one. But I want to know, like, how do I become rich and famous? I'm not just going to walk into a competition and make a ton of money. I need to get sponsors. That's a huge thing in the bodybuilding world, to get sponsors. I need to do a number of different things. So definitely look at how you can make this paragraph longer, because it's way too short and you don't have enough stuff in there. All right, so bodybuilding will make you exceptionally fit and the best you can be. That's a kind of a loaded statement there, but again, we want a stronger thesis overall. You go through your main points, which is good. You kind of combine a couple main points, so I think you can even separate them out a little bit more, gain some lines and some length here, and this is good. But again, remember, the whole end product is to be rich and famous. That's why you're writing this paper. So keep going back to that, especially in that closing statement. We're excited, all wrong, and we really got to work on that. For the bones of it, Tyler, it's not bad, but certainly we're way short. We don't have nearly enough stuff in here. You don't have nearly enough outside sources. Organizationally, basically, it's correct. You have an introduction, you have a body, you have a conclusion, you have transition statements, you have topic sentences that are weak, but at least you have them. But we just got to make everything stronger. And I bet, Tyler, if you really sat down, I know English isn't your greatest thing in the world. If you really sat down with this and took some of my advice, I think you could have a very, very strong paper. So I highly encourage you to do a rewrite and make this even better. So good luck.